Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Ukulele FPV. Today we are doing a micro brushless build, and right now I'm going to go over the components, then I'm going to build it, and I will show you the finished thing. But first, I would like to talk a little bit about the other videos that I have shown. My low-profile tiny whoop flew great until my transmitter stopped working, so I'm waiting for more parts for that. I still do not have a DVR, so I can't show any flight footage. The way that it didn't work very well in angle mode. It would drift a lot, but in acro it worked perfectly fine. The batteries, the 150 milliamp 45C EA Sheen, those gave me about 2.5 to 2 minutes, depending on how hard I was flying. But it was tons of fun, and I am so excited for my new 2-inch build that we're about to go over. So first, the frame. It is the ELF X2. It is 88 millimeters from motor to motor, and it fits 1103 to 1106 motors. On there we have, if it will focus, they're the Ghoul RC 1104. Nope, it doesn't want to focus for us. Well, they're the Ghoul RC 1104 8700 kV motors. So I am really excited about those. Not very many people use them. They were cheap, about $25 or so. This whole build was really cheap. I got it for super cheap because everything was on sale. And the flight controller is the EA Sheen Teeny Cube F3. It is very nice because it can run 2 to 4S, I believe. 2 to 4S. The actual size is 20 by 20 millimeters, but the mounting is 15 by 15. I am going to be using foam tape to mount it, so it doesn't really matter. This frame does not support 16 by 16, it supports a 20 by 20. It's got the holes right there. So this one's kind of a weird build, but I'm excited for it. It has, it only weighs 1.6 grams, this little controller. It runs D-Shot, and it has a 5-volt BEC in it at 1 amp, I believe. So we'll see how well it flies. It was really cheap. It was on sale. They don't make these anymore, so I got it for like $2, I don't know. It was a good deal. The ESC that we're using, they're the Racer Star Lab 8 amp 2 to 3S. They are really tiny, as you can see. They run BHEL LES, and they are D-Shot compatible, so they can have D-Shot 600. And what we're going to be doing is sticking them in there with these little arms right there and seeing how it goes. So we'll see how this build goes. We're using the VTX03 EA Sheen. It goes from 0 megawatts or 0 milliwatts, 25, 50, and 200. So these are really nice. These are on sale all the time, and I will be putting all the links in the description. This one is a 600 TVL, yes, micro camera. Costs very little. You can look it up. They're decent. They're not the best. There's some that cost a little more and they're smaller and way less, but this is what I'm dealing with right now. We're going to be using the HQ 19 by 30 by 3 props, so they're 1.9 inch props. This can actually run 2-inch props. I just do not have any right now. Hopefully in the future I will, and I'll be able to update you on that. And for the batteries, I got this 3-pack. They are 500 mAh, and they claim to be 50C, so we'll see how good they are. And as for the build, as I said, I'm mounting with foam tape. the flight controller, the ESCs are going to be on the individual arms, and I might switch out these standoffs so that it's a little lower profile because I'm not going to have that big old stack in there. And this will be just right in there. So we'll see how it turns out. Stay tuned. So as you see here, while I was building, I got the ESCs and I put them on the top of the arms and I had everything wired up. But once I plugged everything in, I found out that I ran into a problem. My flight controller was messed up, and so I had to get a new one. I found that when it was plugged into the computer, it would work and it would take the voltage and everything, and it would make all the right sounds for the ESC saying that it was started up. It even showed the little blue LED. But when I would just plug the battery in itself without the USB, then it would only make half of the tones and there would be no little blue light. So probably the 5-volt back on here was not working correctly, that it was not powering the flight controller. So after a month or so of waiting, I finally got this new one. The flight controller is the Super S 2S flight controller. It has OSD. As you can see, it doesn't have a PDB on there like this one. So it's going to be a little messier build with all the wires going out. But hopefully this one works and I'll be able to continue building. Anyway, I will show you the finished product. I'll actually show you a little bit of the other product. I took a picture with this flight controller in there, set there. I'll put that up before this little video, or right now I guess. And then I will build the drone and show you what it looks like. I'll add a few pictures throughout the build to show you my progress. And then in the end we will do a little test flight. So as you see here, the new flight controller, it could not be set up the same as the other. It did not have a PDB inserted, so I had to make a little wire PDB almost so that I could connect all the ESCs to the battery output. And I decided to move the ESCs down to the bottom of the quad because it gave me a little bit more room and it made it so that it was a little bit more possible. I also did not use smaller standoffs because I had an issue there that the camera did not fit because my camera is too big. So I kept the same standoffs and I just went for it. It turned out well and I will be talking about that in a second. Hi guys, I am back with the complete build. As you can see here, I have inserted everything in there. I like the way it turned out. It's a little bulky down here with the ESCs, as you can see. And because of all the heat shrink I had to use, it might be a little weighty, but overall it seems like a decent build. We can now stick in the battery and hope for no smoke. So it looks like there's no smoke. We have put everything in correctly and it has been built up. The next thing we should do is check to make sure that the camera works. So I have my goggles here. I will plug in my battery. If my battery's not dead. There we go. And as you can see down there, it is not transmitting anything, so I need to change the setting. On these it is really simple. You just press and hold it until the 0 pops up, and then you press it once and that will go to 25 milliwatts. So there you go. You can see the camera works well. Oh, I guess you can't see it. Here it is. Camera works. Everything's fine. It's not the best camera, but it's okay. Lets you see everything. Might need to adjust it so that it is a little less blurry. But other than that, it should be ready to fly. Looks like I need to set up the OSD a little bit better, or a little low. Other than that, I think we are good here. I will do a quick hover test, and then once I get a DVR, I will be able to show you guys some DVR footage. So thanks for watching this up until now, and let's see how it flies. Definitely a lot more power than I'm used to. It's not a brush build, that's for sure. Anyway, you see that it hovers. Hopefully I'll get a maiden out soon with FPV. Just gotta get my DVR. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Ukulele FPV. Please come back for more videos and like and subscribe. Thank you.